Morning, everybody. How are we doing? Who have we got in this morning so far? Gaming X, Aviation Radar, and Dindalo. How you doing? Nice to see you all. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Morning, Philip. Oh, I need to put my camera on. Hang on. Out of practice. I'm out of practice. Don't need to fly. Good morning to you. How are we all? You all good? You all been behaving while I've been gone? I hope so. Check it out. We've got ChasePlane on the go. Grumpy's in as well. Grumpy, is that you next to me? I think it is, isn't it? Based on the call sign. I guessed it was you. How long's the flight? About an hour and 45, probably. Thereabouts. How much is ChasePlane? I paid £28, including taxes. Which I don't think's awful. I mean, I've literally got a button, so I can turn it off. There we go, we're in the cockpit. Press another button mapped to that I've got mapped to my yoke. And we're back in cinematic mode. So cool. Look at it. Like, that is some vibes, isn't it, right there? Even at the gate. In fact, let's where's my mouse? Let's shuffle through the views. I should probably make a shortcut for these, because that's going to get annoying, isn't it? Battery 1, battery 2. Get the navs on. We'll get some passengers boarding. And we'll see what GXX looks like while we're in cinematic mode. Right, low E, Bristol, jolly good, mass balance, load the aircraft, boarding and refueling, let's do it. Did he come there? Loving that. So apparently it hooks into what GSX is doing, and it sort of knows, so it will therefore adjust its camera. There, it's doing that really far panning out shot. I haven't really seen that one before. So depending on what you're doing, you'll get different camera angles, I think. I noticed yesterday when I was recording, I was sort of doing...
Traffic.
Yeah, I was using the cinematic view as I was climbing, and then when I got to cruise, all of a sudden it kind of did a flyby thing. No scenery, that's just the default stuff for Innsbruck we got today. We're in 2020 as well, I should point out, because of course ChasePlane doesn't yet work in 24. However, if you buy it now, or at least yesterday, if you bought it yesterday, you would then get access to the 24 version when that releases. Here comes the bus, speeding along from completely the wrong direction. Morning, David. I'm liking that. I'm liking it a lot. You know, the one thing that would make it even more awesome is if it could, like, fade between, like, the camera views, if it could transition. That'd be really cool. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Morning, Tim. I bought ChasePlane, but I had pretty bad performance loss. Oh. Let's have a look. Seems right here. Can't grumble at that. Why is the door shut? GSX at it again. Love to see it. Just this flight or any more when landed? I don't know, mate. I haven't got that far ahead yet. We'll see how we do. Why are my doors shut? That's really weird. Morning, plane spotter. And William's in as well, look at that. Playing your joys on TikTok. You know what would be really nice if at some point it can interface with VATSIM traffic. So if it knows that EasyJet is behind me, and as it starts taxiing away, if it could almost like zoom out so we can sort of see the EasyJet pull away from us, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think they found a bug in one of the releases where it's spamming the log files. Oh. There we go. Got the doors open now. Right. Happy days. Right, let's start bringing some stuff in here. Start doing a little bit of work, shall we? AOC, flight in it. Yeah, we'll see how we get on a full flight today. I feel like a stream is a sure way to break something. If it's going to break, it'll break during a stream. Flight number, X-ray November, Oscar 232. Cost index is 60. I think, yeah, and 360. One in the wind. Oh, David, you got the Thrustmaster Captain's Pack. Nice. So that's the stick and the throttles, right? And the add-ons. That's very cool. What's the objective in Flight Simulator? Do you earn money to buy new planes? So in 24, they've introduced a career mode. But we've never really bothered with that as a... I say we, as in like kind of what we do on the channel and those that kind of follow along. Because we use New Sky, which gives us essentially all we need in terms of career mode and all that sort of stuff. So New Sky is a virtual airline, which is where we run... Yeah, not virtual airline. And you sort of earn money by flying for it, and it also ranks you against all the other virtual airlines that are also hosted on New Sky. So there's a little bit of competition going on, like there would be in the real world between like EasyJet and Ryanair and stuff like that. Oh, come on, slow coaches, hurry up. Right, where's my pad? So we're gonna take off expecting 26 on the Mog T1 Romeo. Insert that. We're expecting, obviously it's a long way off yet, ILS 09 on the ICTAM 1 Bravo. Excuse me. And we'll go via
Passengers bus is coming.
BRI 1. So where they're doing 1017. It's lovely. So Flight Sim is just a sandbox game, no goals, no currency, just enjoy the experience. Well, that was... So we're in 2020 at the moment, but in 24 the developers said that's something they wanted to change. They wanted to give players more of a reason to fly, because in 2020 lots of people got excited about it. They flew over their house, they did a couple of landings, and then they got bored, basically. And when I say that, I'm kind of thinking the more casual audience. So 24's got more of a career mode element, where you start as a... You start with a little propeller plane, you work your way up, and then you can start buying jets, so on and so forth. Halfway done. Fuel is done. Cargo is presumably next.
This way. Welcome on board. May I see your boarding pass?
So these are all the different views we can shuffle through. Views board.
Good morning.
QTV 78 Juliet Lima taking us to 6.
Hello. Welcome on board.
Simbrief's given me 09 Wasp, but
This way, please.
yeah, we'll see. Assess it en route, I think, is probably the way to do it.
May I see your boarding pass? Welcome on board. Hello. Welcome on board.
Come on, scumbags, hurry up. Is it true that if you play the game well, you can actually fly a real plane? Don't know. I wouldn't like to say. Probably not would be my guess. We got 64 gigs of RAM now, David. You had issues. What was your issues? Morning, Paul. How do you know what to say when you guys say Romeo and all that stuff? You just memorise it. Alpha Bravo, Charlie Delta Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, so on and so on. Had a black screen on startup, took a while for the RAM to kick in. Yeah, so what that'll be doing, David, it's doing the memory training, especially if you're on an AMD chip. It can take several reboots before you get a picture on screen, because it's doing all that RAM training. It freaks people out when they build a new PC and it just sits there. It does usually get there on its own. ChasePlane looks amazing. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? I just love that we can just get some views during this part of the stream. It's really cool. So I'm just in the cinematic mode right now. Feel really tired today. Wine52 did that thing again and sent us another package that we thought we'd cancelled, but we hadn't. Almost boarded. So that being the case, let's do APU master. Give it 3 seconds. Getting belted up. Having the same issues with Beer 52. Oh no. The thing is though, like they send us 3 bottles of wine every, I don't know how long it is. We never like any of them. Someone in TikTok's asking what my setup is. Let's just show them. Yeah. So we've got Thrustmaster Overbase over here, Boeing yoke in the middle, and Thrustmaster throttles over here. I've got Logitech Rudder Pedals underneath, which are okay. But I would like to get them swapped out at some point. Come on, APU. Give us some power. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Get the APU bleed on. Just gonna wait for the ding dong from the EFB. There it is. Alright, send that to MCDU. Sync the load sheet. Sync the weather. Oh, 1016 now. Calculate. Flaps 3? Get out. Really? Does it seriously want us to do flaps 3? What if we do 1 plus F? So that's 122, 124, 129. Aircraft too heavy. Okay. What about flaps 2? We'll do flaps 2. Toga required. Flaps 3, no toga required. Alright, fine, we'll do flaps 3. We'll do what it says. Has there been a button added to like the YouTube Shorts live? Because I keep getting messages, people saying, said hi. So it's almost like, is there a button where people can just like say hi and then it says so-and-so said hi? Is that a new thing? Yes, Manny. A320. Right, we'll send that to the MCDU as well then, shall we? So, init page. Init page B is looking good. Taxi. Reserve. Alternate. Final. It's alright. Performance 122, 124, 129. Flaps 3 down 0.4. Damn. It says, do you want to say hi? And I said, oh, okay, so that's a new thing then. Cool. We're flying to Bristol from Innsbruck. If I had to pick 787 or A350, what would I be picking? What, in the sim or just in the world, generally? In general, I don't know, I've never flown on either. Right. Beacon on. Fuel pumps on. Need 13,000 in the window.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Morning, Bobby. In the sim, Manny, I'd probably take the A350 over the Dreamliner that's in the sim, although I'm not particularly in love with the A350 either, to be quite honest.
Bypass pin inserted.
Give me a Phoenix or a PMDG, I think. Oh, let's do cinematic mode while it's doing all this stuff.
Looking here.
So we want nose, left, tail, right today, don't we? Morning, Wolf. No, Wolf, this is 2020. Good. I have my own livery, hell yeah. We've got our own virtual airline as well on New Sky. You're welcome to join. Gadget, how you doing, mate? First Twitch chatter of the day. Right, Judge. Surprised myself by finding I'm here. Why is that? Linus, no, I haven't really flown the A350 that much. I should revisit it. We did revisit it briefly on stream the other day because Philip offered some advice on how to set up the controls so that it feels a bit better, and it did feel a bit better, but it still didn't feel great, in my opinion. It's just... there's this delay between you inputting something and then the plane doing it. And that just feels really weird to me. And it felt weird to me the whole time. And I kind of feel like in their live stream, AnyBuild said, well, it's fine. You're flying it wrong, basically. Like the community's, you know, it's not correct what the community's saying about it. And then Into the Blue put out a video saying, yeah, I'm an A350 pilot and the delay is really weird. I don't like it. So, I don't know. When I watched that, I was like, finally, someone is saying it. Like,
Innsbruck traffic, November 239 Kilo, Lima, lineup, runway 26, backtrack for departure.
because I feel like until that point, all we've had really is people saying, yeah, it's fine. But I'm like, it's not fine. It's like, how is this fine? I don't get it. Yeah, it's weird. So what do we think about ChasePlane compared to the P3D version? Don't know, Gadget. Never tried P3D. That was before my time. Right, let me just check the doors are shut, because I did them manually. Okay, they are shut. Good. Innsbruck traffic air, not 232. Radio check.
November 239 Kilo, Lima, reach 555.
Cool. Done a good bit of updates on it lately. Okay, well, I'll give it another try. I do need to revisit it. Like, I want to like it. I want it, but it's just the way it hand flies. I'm just not into it at all. Not into it at the moment. Innsbruck traffic, air not 232, stand 3, pushing back, facing west. Nose left, tail right. That's right, isn't it?
Surely east.
Thank you.
Innsbruck traffic, November 239 Kilo, Lima, departing runway 26.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start exit.
Here we go then. Let's go. Hey, Hanny, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, I love this. Look at ChasePlane. Now, is GSX going to push us back properly? That's the question. Right, start engine number 1. Is New Sky not going to put up a prompt for me? It's not, is it? Come on, New Sky, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Start the flight. Thank you, Philip. That's unusual. Normally in 2020 it does prompt you.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake. Set.
Unlocking gear.
Lovely jubbly. I find that ChasePlane is making my mouse, like when you just hold right click and then just start moving?
Air Knot 56 Bravo, pushing back, facing west from stand 1.
Engine number 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, GSX. Right, let's do auto brakes to max. That's set. Engine number 2 starting nicely. Good. It's time for yoke cam. Hey, Stanner. Do I prefer 2020 or 24? I don't know. It's like... Do flaps 3. Everything works in 2020, doesn't it? That's basically the thing. You know that you can just have a good time in 2020 and not stress too much about things not working or being compatible. But hopefully that's going to even itself out soon. Oh, predicted wind shear, that on. Good. Innsbruck traffic, Air Knot 232, taxiing to runway 26. Hey, about to break off. I love this one-click cinematics. It's so cool. What are you in, Philip? Oh, wait, is that you, Philip, there? Appearing from underneath Grumpy. What are you flying, Philip? Now, should I turn on the rudder dampening? Oh, it is on. Okay, fine. Avro RJ. Oh, right, that's why you're appearing as that model that I don't recognise. That makes sense. How much for the full setup? Best not talk about that, in case my wife hears. Not that she's likely to watch back a stream. It's not really her thing, but I can't take that risk. I'm sure you understand. Romeo Kilo, nice to see you. I very much enjoyed my break in Innsbruck, thank you. So we've got to fly ourselves home now, because that's the rules, isn't it? You go away on holiday, and you have to fly yourself home on the sim. Oh, I should have turned on the eye tracker today, shouldn't I? Because we're in 2020. I forgot about that. Are you not on VATSIM then, Philip? You're on New Sky today. Is that why you're appearing? Ah, what's going on here? Scenery! I was going to park here a second, get my ducks in a row, so... Let me just check. Map.vatsim. Nothing incoming. Innsbruck traffic, Air Knot 232, backtracking for a runway 26 departure. Innsbruck. Get the lights on.
Innsbruck traffic, Air Knot 56 Bravo, taxiing to a holding point, Bravo for runway 26.
Sunny Cypher, cheers for the raid, buddy. Come on. Appear to be stuck on this hill. Fair enough, Philip. Fair enough. Right. Pay attention. You see how we're sort of wobbling? The camera view's wobbling a little bit. That's ChasePlane doing that. Just so you know. That's a good way to start the day, isn't it? Getting raided on Twitch. Sorry, but what airport is this? Innsbruck. Now, just going to double check live weather's on. Because all the times it's disactivated in 24 freaks me out. I know we're in 2020, it should be alright. Got to do something about these rudder pedals. Cheers, Sonny. Hope you're doing well too. Thanks for the raid again. Appreciate that. Welcome to the home of disappointment. Yeah, we're going to need every last inch of this runway, aren't we? Try not to use too much of it straightening up. And Innsbruck traffic, not 232 departing runway 26 on a MOG T1 Romeo departure, Innsbruck. Right, everyone ready? Tray tables up, seatbelts on. Let those engines stabilise. Lex 49 SRS green. Let's go. Well, these rudder pedals feel awful. Got to do something about these rudders.
Innsbruck traffic lining up runway 26 behind departing company traffic.
Up we go. Positive climb. Gear up. Flight director's keeping us on a fairly steep climb here. What's that, 17.5 degrees we're at near enough? So actually when we left Innsbruck last Thursday to come home, leave us into climb, we took off on runway 08. I knew I forgot to do that. But we came in this way. We came in on 08 and we left on 08. It is a beautiful approach though. Lovely, lovely. Fun people are starting to get back online. How do you mean? Innsbruck traffic out 232 airborne, 5,000 feet. Okay, so we've got our flaps. 2.
Innsbruck traffic, Air 056 Bravo, departing runway 26 for a Mod T3 hotel.
4 a.m. in Chicago. Damn, you're up late, Sonny. I respect that. Yeah, you go hit the hay, buddy. Not sure I could do that these days if I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? I used to like stay up so late when I was a sort of
Nice, A-OK hand emoji.
that voice sounds so creepy. Hanny, thank you for the $1.99 donation and setting off the creepy voice. I always forget that I've activated that. Whenever someone donates, I'm like, ugh. Wise Hat always donates and he just puts the word hello. And when that text-to-speech thing says, oof, I thought we were going to crash then. When that text-to-speech says hello, I'm always like, oh, that's so creepy. So much easier going this way, Hanny, isn't it? Rather than the other way. I.e. coming down. Only says days are numbered for staying up late.
Innsbruck traffic, Air 056 Bravo, airborne out of 26, passing 3,700.
Yeah, like when I was at college and at uni, I was basically an owl, I think. I just turned into an owl. Sleep as late as possible, stay up as late as possible, but I liked it. I felt like I was kind of at my best in a weird way. There was something nice about... I thought I'd put that in standard. Obviously not. Yeah. There's something really nice about it being like 3 in the morning. I'd have my headphones on, listening to like a Pink Floyd album or something, coding away, developing something, writing up a report on something. The whole world was asleep. It felt like it was just me. I had the run of the place, even though I was just obviously sat at my desk. There's something quite nice about that feeling I do miss sometimes. We're hand flying today, aviation. Any excuse to hand fly. What I'll do, I'll take us to Mogty, which is the end of our SID, and we'll pop it on. Cheers, Pand. Howling's on as well. Morning, Howling. Nice to see you, mate. Oh, something just happened on Twitch then. I got like a thing roll across the screen that I missed. Because I'm doing such a good job of hand flying this plane, that's why. There we go. Let's autopilot on. How you doing, Pand? You alright? Cheers for following on Twitch. Okay. Let's keep climbing, shall we? 360. Or open climb. Why am I doing it up here? I've got this. 360. Pull. Open climb. Let's also unarm the spoilers. How's it going, Cameron? Good morning, good morning. What specs do I have? At the moment, it's recently changed. It's a 5800X3D that we've had for a while, but I've recently swapped my 4080 for a 7900 XTX. Howling, this is just the Sobo default one. Question, when do you put that LS on? So that's the landing system, so we would be putting that on when we get near to Bristol. Right, cinematic mode. Let's see what this looks like from ChasePlane. Looking at the tail at the moment. Let's get some music on for the vibes. The 3D chips are the way to go. I would say so for flight sim. Oh, come on, look at that. Stop it, ChasePlane. Stop it. Yeah, bro, a bit late, but I heard you going to my home airport, Bristol. Nice. I expect to see you waving as we land. Flying A320 with a Boeing yoke is crazy. Yeah, well, we're not flying with the Boeing yoke. We have the Boeing yoke in the middle for when we're flying Boeing, and then we've got Sidestick off to the left for when we're Airbusing it. Aviation, don't know if I'll have time, mate. Sorry. This is all automated in ChasePlane. Yeah, so I've got a button that I've mapped to my yoke, so I can turn it off, and I can turn it on. So this is the cinematic mode. It's very cool, isn't it? Cheers, Lone Dread. You should tell him / her that you fly a Boeing after you're using an Airbus quadrant. Oh, don't. That'll set everyone off. Especially on TikTok. If I upload a TikTok of me landing a Boeing with the Airbus throttles, that everyone just freaks out. Which is great for me, because it's all engagement and the post does better. Which is a weird way of looking at it. But you got to do what you got to do as a creator, so I make no apologies. It's getting hot in here. 22.6. I need to turn on my fan. I'm thinking of getting some noise cancelling headphones, because I've just put the fans on now. I've got like these, you know, like you get in the bathroom. Sometimes people have them wired into their light switch, so as soon as you turn on the light, like the extractor fan comes on. I guess if you're in the shower, it gets the steam out. So I've got basically two of those. I've got one bringing fresh air in from over here, sort of blowing on me. And I've got another one on the other side, pulling it out, which also hopefully takes out any sort of ambient hot air from the PC. It does a little bit, but it doesn't do a lot. But I can hear it through my headphones quite a lot. And then if I turn on my AC unit, it's down here. It gets really loud. So I'm thinking maybe some of those Sony WH-1000 XM4s. Not the XM5s because they're expensive, but the XM4s because they're old but still really good and get for a good price. So I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. How are we doing the cinematic mode? It's ChasePlane. Cheers, Cameron. Glad you enjoyed it. I did it a bit differently yesterday making that video. I'm trying to streamline my video making process so I can do more. Work harder, not smarter. No, wait, smart. Work smarter, not harder. Forget I said that first bit. Yeah, so normally I will get all of my recordings and then I will voice over it. But yesterday I sort of just hit record in OBS and recorded and spoke at the same time, which normally I'm really bad at. I find that I waffle, I find that I go and like when I'm talking. And then I edit the video and I'm like, oh, why do you keep saying and you're dragging it all out? Why did you say that thing twice? And why didn't you just say it this way? And it really annoys me in the edit. I'm just sort of angry at myself that I take so long over it. Can you add the cabin view on cinematic mode? Don't know. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll check it all out, shall we? Pand, I'll do LS mode first to show the ILS markers on the PFD, so you can sort of just manually track it down if you want to sort of hand fly the approach, but do so by tracking the ILS diamonds. The approach mode will then get the plane to basically fly for you. But yeah, to expand on that whole thing where I sort of say and a lot when I'm recording, and I also waffle. Macabo, how you doing, bud? I did my graphic settings for 2024 video. If you watch that video for the high-end systems, I think it's like a 20-21 minute video. So I originally recorded that whole video just by pressing record in OBS, and I would move, be like driving the sim and whatever, and just talking into the mic, explaining what I'm doing. It was a 46-minute video when I finished. 46 minutes. And then I rewatched all of my footage, wrote a script based on what I saw, recorded a voiceover, went down to like 20 minutes. So I was doubling up, essentially. Crazy. Makes the video so much more watchable, just if you can sort of keep them like bang, 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 bang. Like even when I'm writing my scripts, I kind of find like I'm saying the same thing twice, I'm waffling. Like it's, hey, there we go, I think we just hit cruise because we've just got a flyby. Let's check. What is going on here? No, we're not. Okay. Just wondering if I'm the only one watching from the US. I've just realised it's 2 AM. We had someone in Chicago a minute ago that said they got to go to bed because it's 4 AM. Love watching you flying Airbus while I'm on the lunch break at the Boeing factory. Surely the Boeing factory would be shut in America right now, wouldn't it? It's like the middle of the night. Yeah, the camera views are great, aren't they, Macabo? I'm loving it. Let's have a look. Let's dig into the detail a little bit. So this is what you get. This is the cinematics button. What does that do? Oh, this just skips you through the views. There's loads, isn't there? So these are all of our internal views it's given us for the Phoenix by default. It's a bit weird. Why does it make you look at the seat in front? Surely you want that. But fear not. You can edit them. So for example, if you don't like... Okay, we'll keep that one. But if you don't like that, click on the edit, adjust. Oh, no, don't want that. We want your. That's better. Then, no. Quite a cool UI though, all things considered, isn't it? That's more like it. Then click save, and then that's done. Equally, you could go to, hold up, community. You see it's filtered by the aircraft. We've got a taxi cam, and you can preview them before you decide that you want to use them. So, yeah, taxi cam. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, I'm having that one. What about this one? Yeah, we're having that one too. That one's the same. We'll have that one. Please and thank you. And that one. And that one. Well done, everybody, for making me nice views. And look, people have numbered them as well. So, like, cabin window 21C. What about 1C? Alright, let's import all of those. Now we go back to the menu. Come down, they should. There they are. Now, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to exclude this from our cycling. This is going to take a while, isn't it? Can we do that on a group basis? No. Alright, I have to do it the hard way. I have to go through each view, go in, tell it that we don't want it to include it when cycling through the views. Because I never go to these views when I'm flying. I just sort of move the mouse. The only one I'll go to is the overhead. Where are we? We'll still keep the views just in case. So it could be quite handy to get to it. In fact, I'm going to keep the overhead in the mix, because that might be handy. Probably going to skip that one too. Ah! What's happened there? Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. I want the ones that we downloaded. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, nice. So, if we go back to our main view, we go cockpit, overhead. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. What graphics card have I got? It's a 7900 XTX. Swapped out my 4080 Super for. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the 4080 actually. Should we do a flyby view? Yeah. That's cool, isn't it? What about the external views? What have we got going on here? Tail cam, bouncing around. That's actually quite horrible to watch. I don't like that. Oh no, you got to get rid of the physics on these. That's horrible. That's a nice little view, isn't it? Oh, damn it. Yeah, I feel like we need to lose the physics on that, because that is not nice. That's more like it. Ah, so much nicer. Game and stream all on the same PC. No, got two separate PCs. I've got gaming PC over there, streaming PC right in front of me. In fact, my camera's kind of sat on top of it. So in the streaming PC, we've got a 5600 AMD 5600X. We've got a 3070, which feels a little bit overkill, to be honest with you. However, there's a very, very small argument for putting the 4080 Super in the streaming PC, which would make it even more overkill, considering it would just be encoding video all day. The argument is that the 4080 Super has two sets of NVENC encoders, and it also has access to AV1 encoding. So I could potentially stream at higher bit rates on YouTube and also record in a higher bit rate. Because at the moment with the 3070, I've got one encode doing YouTube, Twitch, and the recording. Now, if that's because they're all running the same settings, so you've got to do lowest common denominator, which is Twitch, sort of about 8,000 kilobytes a second, which means my recordings aren't in the greatest quality. Now, if I put the 4080 in there, I could have a separate 4K, that's in 1080 as well. 4080 Super, I could potentially get a 4K stream out of it for the recording, while also sending to YouTube and Twitch in 1080, and then 1080 vertical as well, and then a TikTok in 1080 vertical. But that's a lot of money just for that. I could just vlog it and get like nearly $1,000, which I might do. There are a couple of games coming out though, like Doom, The Dark Ages, and also the new Oblivion that launched yesterday. I want to test those on the 4080 for content on the tech channel. So that's the other argument, is that there's potential tech channel fodder. Every time a new game comes out, I could test it with like the 7900 XTX, I could test it with 4080, I could test it with my 3070, I could test it with my aging, although new to me, RX 580. And then maybe I could pick up a few extra cards, like a 4060 or a 3060 or something, just to... I don't know. Those videos tend not to do so well on YouTube though, for me. Like, the views are very poor. What speed am I doing, Wasp? Let's have a look. 787. Oof, there we go. Do I have a setup showing my Go XLR dual PC setup? No, I haven't. Only because I can't imagine my core audience would really care, to be honest. Maybe the tech channel audience would, but the flight sim channel audience probably would not. What CPU? 5800 X3D. What driver am I on? Well, I'm on an AMD driver, so whatever the latest one is. Everything's lit up except for Bristol, it seems, on VATSIM right now. I'm not a fan of this view. It seems like the aspect ratio is like, it needs to zoom in a little bit or something. Feels like the plane is stretched. Don't like it. NVIDIA drivers have been having issues, haven't they? Yeah, I've been hearing all sorts. Although, you know, AMD's got its fair share of history in that department too, hasn't it? So it would be, was it people in glass houses, etc., etc. Upgrading to a 9800 X3D would see pretty big gains. Potentially, yeah. Although I'm not that unhappy with the performance I'm getting. I mean, seems right. What are we getting at the moment? Limited by main thread. I mean, would a 9800 X3D make that comfortably above 60 all the time? Don't know. Do I use auto FPS? Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, would a 9800 X3D be showing like 68, 72 FPS now, or would it be showing like 56? In which case, I'm still not beyond the 60, am I? Okay, David, that's good feedback, thanks. But I mean, this is totally fine, totally good enough for now. I need a coffee, I think. I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm going to quickly pop in, grab a coffee, because there's now online at the moment, so now's a very good time. I'll be back in a mo. Enjoy the views. I'm back. Sadly, the official Air Not coffee mug is in the dishwasher, so we've got to make do with my Marvel mug today. Wonder how badly ChasePlane affects FPS when doing a flyby. Let's find out. We'll just leave the FPS counter on for a bit, shall we? See what it does. On the topic of GPUs, I know we were talking about it a minute ago. I undervolted my 7900 XTX the other night. Made such a difference. $9070 XT would be a good upgrade over a 4060. Probably, yeah. Paired with a 5700X. I mean, you're going to be... Is that just a regular X, not an X3D? You're going to probably be CPU limited, though. Quite quickly with that. In what way? So I've limited the maximum frequency that it can go to. It defaults to 2,900 or 2,900 and something, and the minimum was, I think, 2,300. So the gap was kind of like that. But what I've done is I've made the maximum 2,500 and the minimum 2,400. So there's about only 100 megahertz gap between the minimum and the maximum frequency it can go to. Which then affords me the ability to drop 20 millivolts off of it, so from, I think it's 1150 to 1130. What I found is that it gives as good as or better performance while using less power, which is good, because I'm in a very, very small shed here. Like, I really don't have a lot of room. I could touch like both walls if I kind of reach out. I don't have any windows, and I don't open the door because I don't want spiders getting in, because I hate spiders. So, heat is a consideration for me in here, especially as I've got all these streaming lights. I've got 4 monitors, a streaming PC that's kicking out its own heat, all that stuff. And the other main issue I had was when I was playing Warzone, which I do play a bit of Warzone. I'm not like a big time Warzone player, but I do play it regularly. I've got some friends that I play with. I couldn't get through a match on the 7900 XTX without the game crashing. And we tried probably 10 times, just every match. It would start off alright, and it just randomly, there'd be no rhyme or reason, just partway through the game, it'd just freeze, and I'd get a crash to desktop. And it would come up saying you got like a DX error, blah 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 blah. And, excuse me, couldn't figure it out. Tried all the Googling around, people just whinging on forums, blaming AMD for everything. Saying the Warzone devs need to sort it out, they're lazy, they're like just basically casting blame. And I thought, yeah, I also got a driver timeout error from the Adrenaline software at the same time on one of the crashes, not all, but one of them I did, and I kind of thought then, I was like, oh, I wonder if undervolting and just kind of limiting the clock speeds might help. Because Warzone is definitely a game that kind of pushes a lot of you. I mean, it's no Cyberpunk, but it does push your components quite hard. All your components. CPU, the lot, really. I also overclocked the RAM a little bit, the VRAM. And since I've done that, since doing maximum 22.5 gigahertz, minimum 2.4, so basically the card is always within like a 100 megahertz range, rather than sort of bouncing up and down like a yo-yo. Since I've done that, it's been alright. It's been absolutely spot on. Howling, I don't use Toby in 24. When it's officially supported, I will. I should have really turned it on today because we're in 2020, but I forgot to plug in the USB, to be honest. Hey, Mr. Plan, I can see your comment. Is the spider still on my door? I haven't seen the spider in a while, actually. Starting to wonder. Oh, there it is, Twitch bot. Best viewers. I've already got the best viewers. What are you talking about? Except for the ones that are viewing right now, but the other viewers are great. Ba-da-ts. Maybe it is howling. I haven't really kept up, to be honest. I will, I will revisit that. I feel like I'm really bad at just, like, keeping up with all the stuff. Yeah, like you're just saying there, no, it's supported directly in the Toby software now. Like, I didn't know that. Because I've always got my head down working on a video. And all this stuff happens, and it just sort of whooshes over the top of me, and I sort of come up for air, and I'm like, so what's happened? And then it's like, oh, God, I've got to work on another video, and then it's like, yeah. See you in a bit, Macwell. Have I tried VR? Yeah. I've got a Pimax Crystal Light just up there. Yeah, Pimax sent me one out to borrow. Although they're really cool. They don't seem to want it back anytime soon. It's really, yeah, it's cool. I sort of made my initial video review on YouTube, and I was like, do you want it back? And they're like, no, keep it for a bit, make some more videos, have fun with it. I was like, okay, cool. Thanks. They're good eggs. More flying, and yeah, that's the risk, howling, is that you can spend your whole time just making videos, making content, and then you just end up not doing the actual thing that you're making content about, which is I'm always very, very conscious of that. Like, I don't want to be like that YouTuber that just makes like reaction videos to the news and, you know, making drama where there is none, and not actually doing any flying. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's something to say, I'll say it on a video. Like, if there's a big piece of news that maybe a bit of analysis and thought and, you know, putting a point of view across could be valuable, I'll definitely do it. But, you know, just to sort of come out with a, oh my god, Sim Update 2 is delayed. No, I'm not doing that. Can't be bothered. I get bored out of my mind doing that. For the record, I don't know if Sim Update 2 is delayed. I haven't heard that. I'm just using that as an example. Well, the frames seem to be holding, don't they? 46, 47, 48. Not bad. Hey, Sky Vibe. Same here, howling. Well, we're going to get the 777 fairly soon, aren't we? In the form of the 200. So we shouldn't have too long to wait before we get a PMDG product in 24. Then it's going to be about, what was it, a month or so afterwards, we should get the freighter and the 300. And then it won't be long then till we get the Phoenix proper 24 version. There's going to be a lot coming on, isn't there? X-Man. Can't read the rest of that. Sorry, it popped off screen before I could read it. Thank you for following on Twitch. Virtue Sim, how are you? But nice to see you all. But yeah, give me the 7.3 in 24. That's going to be a great day. I'm loving ChasePlane. It's so good. Everything's alright up front, isn't it? Should probably let the scumbags out. There we go. If you don't let them out to the toilet, they might not spend on drinks. You can't have that. We can't have that. This is 2020 Dragon. Oh, Wordle. Good point, Philip. How many goes were you today, Philip? Here be the Wordle. Let's show them how it's done. Flyby! Okay, FPS seemed alright when we did that flyby, didn't we? Cheers, Rory. Did it in 4. Oof, okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, welcome back, Macabell. That's quick. Oh, that's not helpful. We've been live for about an hour and 15, probably flying for 45. You alright, Clouds? Struggling. Struggling to know what to do. So potentially could be an eye in there somewhere. Don't give me a clue yet, Macbell. I suppose it could be like something like woven. No, it can't. Because the O would be second letter. Poems? Someone says poems. Could be poems, couldn't it? Not poems. Oh, it can't be poems. I should have known that because of the O. Like we're going to run out of goes here. Presumably it can't begin with a Q because there's no U. I feel like it's going to be something E. Like D something E. Hey Ollie, cheers for following. God, I'm struggling here. I'm gonna have to do something. Oh, nice one, Ollie. Glad to hear it, mate. I'm going to have to go with something, aren't I? I can't even make a word. That's the problem. I'm intentionally not looking at chat in case someone spoiled it. I can see it moving out the corner of my eye, but I'm not looking. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I really thought video was going to be it. I was like, oh. So that the eye's out. What the hell could it be? So there's probably going to be multiple instances of... So the E can't be there, there, or there. So the E's got to be at the end or second letter. I was going to say like Jello, but that's... Yeah, I was gone. W-E... Wef... G... This is so hard today. Philip, how on earth did you get it? Philip, give me the first letter, will you? Struggling now. First letter's O. Oh my Christ. First letter's O. Good God. I better check in actually and make sure we're not going to shoot over top of descent or anything. Still got a minute. One, 2, 9, 4, 3, 0. Oh, some people are saying ozone. I would never have got that. Yeah, no chance. I would never have got that on my own. Bloody hell. They know how to pick them, don't they? Oh, look at that livery. Whoever made that livery needs a raise. That's crazy hard, that one. Airtropic, welcome on in. Welcome to the madhouse. The home of finest simulations, honest. Yeah, I mean, you could argue they ruined the fun, but I would have got that one. No way. Not in a month of Sundays. I was watching your livery making on YouTube. Much respect from an FSX designer. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I probably do most of it wrong, to be honest, mate. Like, I very much just stumble my way through it, and if I get to the other end... Like, this livery, for example, look how this turquoise line kind of goes into the wing. I think when 2024 Phoenixes appear, I'm going to refresh this livery just to bring it up to date a little bit, because this is one of the first ones I did, or one of the earlier ones, and having made other liveries since, I think... Yeah, you can see it there, look. Bulging out. I think there's room for improvement, so I'll take the opportunity for a 2024 Phoenix to because I'll have to redo them for 24 to get them to work in 24, so I might as well zhuzh it up a bit, as Jamie would say. Right, I think we've all concluded that FPS is fine. Yeah, I think I probably want to raise these bars up a bit, and I want to make the air knot a little bit smaller because I feel like it's a little bit out of proportion. One thing I have liked actually is if you check on the cargo liveries, I do these little line things. I bring them in higher and I sort of end them here. And then I put like an air knot here. Don't know. Think about it. I'll have to do you a special one, whilst with like Grumpy written on the nose. Hey, Golden. I feel like every streamer needs this. Every streamer needs a ChasePlane. This looks so good. Having sucks will suffice. Now, we're going to go London North or London South? Looks like we're heading south, I think. Yeah, Philip. Wouldn't have it any other way. Do you want to see something? Bit of a surprise. I wanted to ask, how is Flight Sim 2020 performance on long hauls, as I'm considering the 777? Yeah, fine. Been alright for me. The only issues I've had was with 2024 after a long haul when it gobbled up all my VRAM and it all went a bit wrong. But yeah, 2020's been okay. Keep in mind, Golden, if you want to use the 777 for long hauls, you can also use PMDG's auto cruise feature. So you don't actually have to sit there for all of that time. You could just use the auto cruise to cut out the big boring cruise bit. And I know some people say that's cheating, but honestly I don't care. Truth be told. Because I kind of feel like it's the same people that say that's cheating are the same people that just turn it on and then go to bed and then wake up. So somehow being unconscious for 8 hours is not cheating, but sitting there with it sped up is. I don't understand that. Doesn't make any sense. Beep, beep, beep. London Control. 127105. Okay, so I pre-tuned the wrong frequency. Lovely. 127105.
London Control, very good morning.
Oh, there he is.
56 Bravo. Flight level 360 inbound Bulham.
Stand by. Orange 568, maintain altitude 6,000 feet, please. QNH, with the Heathrow QNH low.
What was that?
Maintain 6,000 feet, QNH 1009 approach, session.
Aeronaut 232, good morning. Squawk 0771.
Squawk 0771, Airnaut 232. Previous station calling was a different Airnaut, just so you know.
Thank you. Aeronaut 056 Bravo, good morning. Squawk 0777.
0777 Airnaut 56 Bravo, thank you.
Easy 106 Romeo, climb flight level 300, turn left heading 335.
Climb flight level 300, turning west 335, easy 106 Romeo.
And the other station that was calling for taxi, I think.
Good morning, Virgin 7 Bravo with you is Altitude 1 Juliet, 1600 feet.
Virgin 7 Bravo, London Control, roger, maintain altitude 6,000 feet and reaching.
Roger, we'll maintain 6,000 from reaching Virgin 7 Bravo.
Orange 568, climb now, flight level 150.
Climb 150 without associate.
Right.
Aeronaut 232, XTAM 1 Bravo, Bristol.
XM 1 Bravo, Bristol, Airnaut 232.
Aeronaut 56 Bravo, XTAM 1 Bravo, Bristol.
ECTAM 1 Bravo, Bristol, Airnaut 56 Bravo.
I said XM, didn't I? XM 1 Bravo, yeah, good. He's got a 777 score code, love it.
London Control, Chanex 93, Copper Kilo 738, stand 15 with PDC, request push and start, please.
Chanex 93, Papa Kilo, push and start approved. Any direction in that?
Push start approved, 93 Copper Kilo.
Ryanair 64 Whiskey Uniform, climb flight level 200.
Flight level 200 for Ryanair 6 Whiskey Uniform.
320 at 10 knots, so that would be runway 27 then, wouldn't it? You agree with that, Wasp?
Easy 106 Romeo, resume your own navigation to Rebel.
Ground control, beeline 812 with you, climbing through flight level 109 for flight level 190.
Two stations at 1 easy 106 Romeo, direct Rebel.
Yep, direct Rebel.
Beeline 812, good morning, climb now, flight level 290.
Climb now, flight level 290, beeline 812.
Midland 13 Whiskey Charlie, taxi Victor, Delta and Alpha, hold Alpha 1.
Victor Delta Alpha, hold Alpha 1, Midland 13 Whiskey Charlie.
Orange 568, direct Redford, climb flight level 210.
Yeah, same was.
210,
Tower's online as well now.
Aeronaut 232, when you are ready, descend flight level 300, level by Idutu.
300 level by Editu, Aeronaut 232.
Ground control, good morning. Go off India bound. November, heading 175, descending 6,000, Juliet number.
Golf India Bravo Alpha November, good morning. Direct to 10-mile final, runway 15.
Direct to 10 miles final, runway 15, Golf Alpha November.
Easy 106 Romeo, request further climb please.
Easy 106 Romeo, climb flight level 340.
Why am I using the mouse?
Easy 106 Romeo.
Beeline 812, route direct to Biggin, Bravo India Golf.
Direct Biggin VOR, beeline 812, thanks for the shortcut.
Ryanair 64 Whiskey Uniform, direct Oxaw.
Direct Oxaw for Ryanair 6 Whiskey Uniform.
Virgin 7 Bravo, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb now, flight level 140, Virgin 7 Bravo.
Sorry guys, I'll be more attentive to chat in just a moment. I'm just checking out some
Aeronaut
stuff.
232, contact London Control 129.430, good morning.
129.430, thanks for the service, Aeronaut 232.
Aeronaut 56 Bravo, when you're ready, descend flight level 300, level by Idutu.
Descend flight level 300, level by Idutu, 56 Bravo.
Ryanair 64 Whiskey Uniform, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Ryanair 6 Whiskey Uniform.
Easy 106 Romeo, climb flight level 380.
110 degrees, could I left runway 08 right.
Heading 110, clear line LA 08 right, 78
Ryanair 78 November Romeo, turn left heading 345.
Left heading 345, Ryanair 78 November Romeo.
Under control, good morning, Aeronaut 232, inbound Copal, descending flight level 300, level by Idutu.
Aeronaut 232, hello, direct to ICTAM.
Direct ICTAM, Aeronaut 232.
Control, good day, Luridia 161, currently passing 3,300 feet.
Lima Romeo India 161, hello, climb now, flight level 80.
Coming flight level 80,
all right.
Luridia 161.
Yeah, what's Towers just come online at Bristol and 27 is in use.
Yeah, needs to keep climbing, please.
Yeah, Roger, we're climbing now, Ryanair 78 November Romeo.
Easy 7 Lima, contact tower 124230.
2423, mini
330, thank you for the follow. Could I do a stream on VATPAC? You could fly as PMDG 737 as Qantas, or Virgin Australia, or the Phoenix as Jetstar. Mondays I generally can't stream.
Ryanair 78 November Romeo, climb flight level 190.
190 for Ryanair 78 November Romeo.
Keep a good rate until you're through 130, please.
No problem.
London Control, Shamrock 1328, flight level 350.
Right.
Shamrock 132, hello, direct Seaford.
Direct Seaford, Shamrock 1328.
Well, it's kind of
Easy
nice.
aircraft, Mike, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
To the dark side, easy aircraft, Mike, see ya.
Emirates 42, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Monitor Unicom, Emirates 42, thank you sir, goodbye.
Right, landing weight is going to be 64.6 tons. Medium auto. Oh my goodness.
London Control Air Knot 56 Bravo descending, passing 332 for flight level 300 at Iditu.
And on 56 Bravo, hello, direct ICTAM.
Direct ICTAM 56 Bravo.
We're only just going to make that, aren't we?
Iridium 161, turn left heading 340 degrees, climb flight level 190.
0 fuel weight 61. Yeah.
Left heading 340 and climbing 190, Liberia 161.
Ryanair 78 Lima Romeo, contact London 127105.
0105, good day, Ryanair 78 Lima Romeo.
Golf Alpha Sierra Mike, Liverpool via Norway, then flat down route, climb initially 5,000 feet, runway 20, squawk 5633.
After departure, direct Norway, climbing up to 5,000 feet, runway 20, 5633, and request stop and stand, Golf Mike.
Golf Mike, it's correct, start approved.
Done, good day, 500, gate 2,500 for 6,000.
Right. We're at flight level 300. I guess ATC.
London Control, good morning, D-Line 812, flight level 265 for flight level 290.
Another 40 miles till top of drop.
Tomjet 5 on Whiskey, hello to you, climb flight level 180.
180, Tomjet 5 on Whiskey.
D-Line 812, London Control, hello, roger.
London Control, good morning. Golf 1 Whiskey Papa at London City Stand 26 for person African to Geneva, please. We have Bravo.
Golf Whiskey Papa cleared, Soccer 1 Hotel, squawk 3537.
Cleared to Geneva, Soccer 1 Hotel, squawk 3537. 1 Whiskey Papa, thank you.
Why can't I go auto brakes max? I'm surprised. I'm surprised at the landing distance here. If you don't mind, please walk us through your desk setup. Sure. So, underneath here, underneath the side stick, we've got a Thrustmaster Ava base. FS project side stick on top.
Turn left heading 335, report to London 127105.
Thrustmaster Boeing yoke. In the middle.
Could you repeat that frequency for me?
Air Knot 56 Bravo London.
56 Bravo, go ahead.
Yeah, your credit level's 300 please, climb back to 300.
Flight level 300, roger.
Iridium 161 heading 335, report to London 127105.
Heading 335 and we'll tell that to 127105, Liberia 161, bye-bye.
London Virgin 121, very good morning, climb 60 inbound after the Heathrow.
So why can't I activate maps?
Virgin 131, hello, climb flight level 100.
Up to 100, Virgin 121.
Pacific 409, descend flight level 110.
Between 110 409.
London Control,
Oh, I can't talk, Philip, it'll be me next.
821, descending flight level 140 at up to.
Descends at 821, under control, roger.
Have I ever been in a situation that required me to go to an alternate on BatSim? No, never. Never, never, never. Why can't I set maximum brakes?
Virgin 131, climb now please and turn right heading 230 degrees. Yeah, and climb now.
Can't activate max reverse, max auto brake. You can do medium.
Subject 5-1 whiskey, what's
do
your
low.
requested level?
Medium.
For now, we take 350.
Roger, you filed level 90.
Oh, sorry, I think it seems like SimBrief. It's possible to
Cheers,
change
aviation lover.
Yeah, I've changed it for you. You can climb now, flight level 290.
Thank you very much. And 290, Tom 500.
Super 49, descend flight level 80.
Yeah, 80409.
Virgin 131, further right heading 250 degrees, climb
And
flight
what you
level
want to do really
150.
is do a secondary flight plan. So you could have a secondary flight plan, copy the active flight plan into your secondary, then start modifying this, make sure it's fine, then switch it over as your main.
Golf, Victor Mike 97 point Bravo 1.
Heathrow's coming up. Not that we'll be able to see it.
Descend at 821, descend flight level 100, direct timber.
Could I become a real pilot? Don't think so.
Not 232, descend flight level 220, level by ICTAM.
220 level by ICTAM, not 232.
Beeline 812, direct Detling.
Direct Detling for Beeline 812.
Switching to Twitch, nice one. Yeah, but going to speaking about the desk setup, because I think, in fact, Rave, you asked about that, didn't you? Start again. Logitech radio panels over here. I've got a Go XLR Mini to control the audio. I've got a Thrustmaster Ava base underneath this joystick that you can see here, and the joystick itself is an FS Project stick. I've got a little Stream Deck down here that you probably can't see. I've got a Boeing yoke here from Thrustmaster in the middle. I've got a TCA Airbus QUADRANT for my throttles, and it freaks people out that I use that with a Boeing yoke, but I really like it. And I've got a Wingflex FCU cube here for my autopilot.
Can we get just 30 seconds on this cockpit, please?
Yeah,
Cheers,
just reporting you back. Roger. 49, contact Heathrow 119730.
It's good that Tower's on though at Bristol.
Speedbird 49, contact Heathrow 119730.
119730, 409, bye bye.
Virgin 131, direct XRO, climb flight level 260.
So it's going to be Unicom, isn't it, next for us?
Copy to by Bravo 1, enter backtrack line up runway 20.
Bravo 1, enter backtrack line up runway 20.
No, so the secondary flight plan, once you switch it over, Ken, it becomes your main flight plan. And your autopilot will just follow whatever's in the main. What would you practically do if ATC directs you to a different runway right
Alpha,
now?
runway 09.
Taxi Alpha, runway 09 for runway Papa.
I mean, there's one thing you could do is just go into Bristol, arrival, and switch it. You might need to add a new star. Or you could do it all in your secondary flight plan first. Make sure it all checks out. Then switch it.
Edinburgh via SAM, then your flight plan route. Climb to 3,000 feet initially, squawk 0760.
Okay, that's forward. The transition SAM, initial 3000 and squawk 0760. Blue Max A Alpha Golf.
Correct.
Good morning, Victor 13 Whiskey, Charlie here with you. Control, good morning, Seabird 644, parking 3000.
It's 217, 644, hello, climb now, flight level 180.
ground flight level 180, Super 644.
Other station?
Good morning, Midland 1-3 Whiskey Charlie here with you. Flight level 190, heading 160.
Midland 1 through Charlie, continue heading, climb flight level 310.
Continue heading 310, Midland 1 through Charlie.
In fact, Midland 1 through Charlie, stop climb flight level 210 and turn left heading 150 degrees.
210 and then heading, what was the heading, sir?
150 degrees.
150 degrees, Midland 1 through Charlie.
Speedbird 1, Shamrock 1328, descend flight level 260, level by Vidal.
Flight level 260, Shamrock 1328.
Descends at 820, keep high speed below flight level 100.
High speed below 100, standard done.
Air Not 232, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Unicom, thanks very much, Air Not 232. Okay, I'm probably going to vector for a 10-mile final. Whoops. Okay, so Posmax. Yeah, that'll do. That's alright. Right, I need to put in my landing data. Oops. Okay, 1011. Temperature on the ground is 10. Wind is 010 and 10. Looks like the wind's changed a bit, doesn't it? And 801 for our Barrow. Good. No, ATC won't vector us because we're now on Unicom, so we're sort of looking after ourselves. Okay, while I was doing that, I actually forgot we needed to descend further, so we're actually not in a great place right now. My bad. Yeah, it looks like Bristol probably should switch to 09. I mean, really, tower's online at Bristol, and they're saying use runway 27, so. Wasp, are you going direct right now? Because I might hold at Posmax just to drop. Bristol traffic, Air Knot 232, holding at Posmax. Yeah, I need to lose some height, otherwise this is going to go all sorts of wrong. My bad, after ICTAM I didn't descend us further. Well, that's all good, we'll hold. Always forget how you set up those range circles. So if you click on any waypoint that isn't the actual destination, so I don't know, CF27, then go fix info, type EGGD27 for the runway, then radius I put 10 nautical miles. And then the radial, to give us that line coming out, is the opposite heading for the runway. Right, I've just messaged Grumpy. Tell him what I'm up to. Right, I just need to be wary of me and Wasp colliding here. That's it. Happy days, right. Information Hotel is remaining current. Feels like they're going to change that though any minute. It's more like it. Right, let's get some lights on. What company, both Airbus or Boeing? I don't really mind. I like flying both. Need more people like me. Don't know about that, man. The brakes, I believe I can't actually activate, Max, until I'm on the ground, so I'm basically just going to have to stamp on the brakes myself. That's alright. Good, we're back in business. Grumpy's a good 20 miles in front. No issues there. Let's get our altitude down to 2,500. We'll put that into managed. Have I had a landing gear failure? No. No, I just messed up my descent. I was too busy talking to chat, and I forgot that I needed to descend further. So, my fault. It'd be so much easier if I didn't stream. I could just get it right all the time, honestly. It's all your fault, distracting me. Wait, what? Why is my gear down? What the hell?
Bristol traffic, Air 056 Bravo. Self-vectoring to lead off some speed.
That's a new one. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. I think my Thrustmaster yoke had its gear lever set to down, but then it's been obeying this one the whole time on my TCA yoke, so I think there's a conflict there. It wasn't like that earlier. How weird. How weird. Shaggy, I'm finding the 7900 XTX really good. Really enjoying it. It's helped out a ton. It was exactly what I needed.
Not 232, be aware that I am self-vectoring around to try and bleed off some speed and altitude as ATC gave me late descent instructions.
Roger, not 232. Yeah, we'll do Barrow in at 6,000. That's transition. Which is... $1010 now. Let's adjust that.
Bristol traffic air, not 56 Bravo, turning onto a final for runway 27. 16 miles to run.
Bristol traffic to stay behind Air Not 56 Bravo. We're going to vector ourselves onto a long final for 27.
Bristol traffic Air Not 56 Bravo, switching to tower frequency.
Shaggy, make sure you're not CPU limited. So go to debug, display FPS. I'm limited by main thread because that's my CPU. Right, I'm going to stay on this heading for as long as possible to let Wasp get as far as possible, basically. There we go, I'm going to switch over to tower now as well. One, 3, 3. I'm going to activate approach mode as well. One, 3, 3, 8, 5, 0. Bristol Tower, Air 232 on a 13-mile final, runway 27, slowing now to minimum approach speed due to traffic ahead.
Air 232, good morning, Bristol Tower. Continue approach.
Continue approach, Air 232. No, Wasp isn't a bot. Wasp is the plane in front of me. I love the fact that you thought he was a bot, though. That's hilarious. He'll love that. Okay, flaps 2. Oh, yeah, Bristol can be a funny one, can't it? Let's go flaps 3. Flaps 4. Give Wasp as much time as possible to do what he needs to do. Alright, we're just about to come in now. Looks like we've got the localizer, just waiting on glide slope. Flaps full. Gear down. Okay, gear down doesn't want to work. I have to use the Thrustmaster. Okay, gears being weird. Right. Lights are on. Flaps are full. Speed brakes are armed. No visual. Let's do it. No, no excuses into 27, is there? Because all we got to do really is just
Air 56 Bravo, once vacated, taxi to stand 2.
all we got to do really is just flare it, and then the ground should come up to meet us because it kind of runs uphill this runway.
Once vacated, taxi to stand 2, 56 Bravo.
There's Grumpy's on Golf X-ray by the look of it. Are we going to get landing clearance? Bristol Tower up 232, could we just confirm landing clearance?
Air 232, you are clear to land. Winds are 010 at 10 knots.
Good land runway 27, 232, thanks.
Apologies to us, trying to very small chap.
It happens.
100 above, 400.
Right.
300. Minimum.
Continue.
Light slow. 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
What the heck? Oh, that's ChasePlane, isn't it? That's the touchdown effect. I wondered why our camera just shook everywhere. Yeah, so ChasePlane has this weird camera effect. I forgot all about that. I'd forgotten all about that. I thought for a minute like the sim had glitched. Wow, that threw me off then for a moment. I thought I'd done something terrible, like the sim had caused us a problem. But it had not. 350 feet per minute, that's okay. Okay, that's something to be aware of with ChasePlane. Wow. Welcome to Bristol. Let's get the APU fired.
Airnaut 232 taxi now to stand 3.
Stand 3, yeah, not 232. Right, where the bloody hell stand 3? It's right down the end, isn't it? Yeah, so I know where I'm going. Follow Grumpy. Ryanair landing? No, not a Ryanair landing. That was better than a Ryanair landing. Yeah, that ChasePlane effect, I was not anticipating that because the camera sort of went all over the place, didn't it? And that's the new physics effect as part of ChasePlane. I forgot to mention that. Or forgot to anticipate it. This is cool. Matthew, it is the Thrustmaster Ava base with an FS project stick on top. I'll let you in on a little secret when we get to the gate though. Price yoke? The yoke's about £300 in the UK. What the hell is going on with my rudder pedals? Stop it! You rubbish rudder pedals. God. That mode that you just saw there, Shaggy, was automatic, so it's just cinematic mode. So I've got one button that I press, and then it just sort of does what it wants. It runs the show. Makes it look like some kind of commercial. I love it. Alright, so Grumpy went stand 2, didn't he? So we're going stand 3, which is to the right of Grumpy. When we landed into Bristol from Innsbruck the other day, we parked in stand 2-3, which is where I normally start from. I said to my wife, oh, we're parking in my stand. I said Grumpy parks next door in 22 normally. He was like, you're kidding. I was like, no, for real. Here is Bristol. Right. Let's turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind the poor folk on the ground. Should have lined GSX up on that taxi, shouldn't we? Just in the nick of time. That'll do. Parking brakes on. APU is available. Take the bleed. Engines off. Close the flights. Passengers out. Beacon off. And we shall deboard ourselves with ChasePlane. Need to update my website? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to do it yet for good reason.
Bristol Tower, Air 056 Bravo, on stand. Thank you very much for your control. Have a good day.
No problem. See you again soon.
You bet, and watch out for small children.
I've locked it up, but thank you.
Yeah, there's a good reason why I'm not going to update the website yet. Hang on, let me show you.
Passengers bus is
Sort of
coming.
breaking a bit of a secret here. But seeing as you're my favourite people, God bloody hell, it's heavy. We have this, the Moser AB9 Sidestick, force feedback, all that good stuff. Look at the size of it. Literally struggling to hold it up. It weighs an absolute bloody ton. So Moser have sent that over for review, which is super cool of them. Working on the video now. Like, I had it all set up here last night. Yeah, I kind of had it here, which meant I had to sort of unscrew this bit of wood to put the Moser in place. And I was like, oh, I should probably not stream it though before the review goes out, because that would kind of ruin the review. So I'm not going to say anything. Stay tuned for the review. But yeah, like, subscribe, notifications on if you want to get the review for that. Wasp, you've got one, haven't you? So hopefully it's as good as you say it is. But I've been testing it the last few days. I'm just in the process of kind of filming B-roll. I've actually written my review. Like, the review is done. I'm just in the process of getting it all done. But yeah, that was a nice surprise to come home to from Innsbruck. I sort of came home and a neighbour came up. They're like, I've got this package for you. I was like, oh my god, is that what I think it is? So yeah, shout out to Moser. Thanks for sending it over. Thanks for letting us have a look at it. The review should be out possibly, I don't want to say tomorrow because it might not be, but hopefully. Yeah, is that Philip coming down the taxiway? Yeah, I'm going to say review should be out maybe end of the week. End of the week. That's my thoughts anyway at the moment. Oof. Right. Do I use FrameGen? Not at the moment. No, I don't use FrameGen because I'm only on a 60Hz TV, so it's kind of a bit pointless because I'm going to get FrameGen of like 100 odd FPS, but I can't see anything. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a funny one. But yeah, that Moser stick's quite big. I genuinely struggled to hold it then. I could feel my arm sort of going, ugh. And what are you going to do? Absolutely, Wasp. Yeah. In fact, I'm probably going to call it on this stream now because I really do need to finish that review. I've got quite a lot of extra filming to do, and I could really use the time today to do that. So I might have to split my time a bit today because otherwise I don't know where the time's going to come from because real life is kicking me in the arse right now. So I'm going to say thank you all very much indeed. Oh, we need to check our newscast scores, don't we? Perfect 10, of course we did. Of course we did. Look at that, great touchdown. 1.4G, that was a bit of a bump actually. 10 out of 10 though. Happy days. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, we'll get rid of New Sky. And I will say, bit of a shorter stream today, but like I say, I do need to work on that Moser review. That's kind of why I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Just so you're not like, why is he finishing early? It's because I got to finish the Moser review. So I need to crack on now until about 3 o'clock when I have to go and get the kids. Because otherwise it ain't going to get done. So thank you all very much. Nice to be back. Nice to be back from holiday. Nice to be back all with you again. And yeah, stay tuned to the YouTube channel. I'll schedule the next stream when I know when that is. I get a lot of people asking me, like, when you stream in the comments. It's like, just when I schedule it, you'll know. Because that's when I know. And until then, I don't know. So I can't really tell you. But thank you all very, very much indeed. I'll catch you soon. Take it easy, everybody. See you next time.